Hello and welcome to MMS Round 6 to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a track that got renamed by the great Gilles Villeneuve after his win in 1978. Track that is just outside of Montreal City on a man-made island, 2.7 kilometers long, with 14 corners, 8 to the right and 6 to the left. We're in nice and sunny conditions, so we don't think that the race would be affected by any rain. Before we go down to the grid, let's have a look at current championship standings.
As we head straight down to the championships, as Hungary was a really interesting race with a lot of failures with the cars at the last moment of the lap. But as Towick leads the championship by 29 points, which is not good enough, but then Reiko Raux is second in the championship with 25 points, a 4-point gap between the leader, Towick. Then Radev with the wing in Hungary with 24 points, 1 point behind Raux, but 5 points behind Towick. This championship could change after Canada. Like, Raux could become the championship leader, even Radev could come. If anything happens in this race, it could change the lead nearly halfway through the season. But as we head to the constructors, BMW Williams with 53 points, which is a tremendous gap between the McLaren Mercedes, which is a 19-point gap. You might see that close a bit with Valdak or Q-Boy by getting points or finishing ahead with the BMW Williams or Ferraris. But then Ferrari is equaling out McLaren Mercedes with 34 points. Both have 34 points, so they're both equal in the championship in second place. But we expect that to close a bit more going through the season. Anything could happen, anything. But now we're going to head straight down to the starting grid, which will be pronounced by Raux.
Thank you, Lucas. So, on pole position is the Ferrari of Jamie Fredriksson. Great qualifying by the guy. And joining him on front row is Quentin Wells in the Jaguar. Third place on the grid is Alex Dugu for Renault. And joining him on second row is QBO for McLaren. Fifth place on the grid, we have Connor Sharpson in first of Jordans. Joining him on third row is Jack Vac for Minardi. Seventh place on the grid, we have Formula Sam for BAR Honda. And joining him on fourth row is Michal Valiak for McLaren. Ninth place on the grid, we have Kasper Puakalan in the second of Jaguars. Both Jaguars making a good qualified session. And joining him on that row is Louis Sage for Jordan. 11th place is occupied by Johnny Lilong in the Renault, and joining him on that row is John Voda. 13th place is occupied by the Finn of Riker Rikes in the Ferrari, second of Ferraris actually. He wasn't really happy with his qualifying performance, and joining him on 7th row is Milos Zaresnia for Sauber. 15th place we have first of the Toyotas, Aaron Curtis, and joining him on that row is Ben Misery. 17th and 18th positions are both occupied by the both Williamses who had issues in qualifying. Dimitri Radev getting the best of his teammate Matthew Turvik. And the back row of the grid is occupied by Jakub Kubusek for the Sauber and Lego Fansuwai for Toyota. Interesting qualifying session we had, but now let's go to the race.
As we're about to begin the race, I do expect a bit of carnage in turn one.
As the lights are coming on.
Cars.
5 red lights, lights out, and away we go! Fredriksson with a good stop, but can the Jaguar maybe do something about that? Alex Dugu down to the inside of Quinton Wells, who gets the move done. Johnson is also abusing Wells into turn 2. Fredriksson is long clear by the challenging back. The McLaren of Fubio is summing up the inside of someone, and Reich is already dealing with the Renault of Lilong. Great stop by the Finn. As into the second chicane we go, Reich and Lilong going side by side, Radev drop back. And so has Resnia. As into the third and final chicane of the lap, second last lap chicane we go. As we have a replay of something, of the start I believe.
Was there any contact? The brake board on the far right hand side, I think.
Valiak for McLaren has taken out the brake board. Don't know why.
Was that part of the plan to take them out so everyone misses their braking point?
Yeah, but yeah. As we continue to the action in the third chicane, Fredriksson is leading the race. Dugu second. Wells is under pressure from the McLaren of QBO, and maybe he tries to make a move. He dives it and gets the move.
But by side still, but he could still make a move going into the chicane because it is a long straight. He could pop a nose into the chicane, but I don't think he's going to be doing that.
He's closing, but it's not that Jaguar, it's Puigland on Lewis H. As Rikes is up to... Okay, that happened.
Yeah, Rikes has lost his front wing.
No, he hasn't.
With Lelong smashing to the back of him, making
he
great choices into the chicane, which is going too slow.
That's not what the Ferrari needed. As well, lap 2 out of 25. And now the Ferrari is missing some downforce, but the bigger story is about Alex Sugar maybe trying to make a move on the second Ferrari. I mean, I should say the lead Ferrari, as there's a Toyota of, I believe, Lecco. Oh! What happened there?
Lego's having issues with that BMW, which is Rada forcing Lego out. As well as Lego was boxing as well, couldn't do anything.
That might be a penalty for the Williams. And yeah, that didn't go well. Was the Turvik in the lead? No, not lead, in last place. That's Fredriksson. He's trying to defend from Alex. Too good. Goes to the inside, doesn't get the move done.
Too good.
Fredriksson out of the way.
Waiting for a move. It maybe could have a dive bomb up into the head and then change leadership in this race.
Doesn't. Oh, does he? No. As now QBO is trying to get a move done on Too Good.
Yeah, I think Too Good should be looking at his rear mirrors now because he's under attack by the mechanic. And
as well.
The other Toyota having issues.
The back of Rikes. And what happened behind him? Who hit him at the back? Was it Radin or was it Rikes? Or... Oh, he has engine failure, that's what happened.
Yeah.
As Fredriksson is now leading, but Alex Sugar in the inside, and Alex Sugar into the Wall of Champions! But still keeps it going.
I don't think he got any damage from that. He's lucky to make it out alive in the World Champions because that normally collects the driver.
Yes, as Alex Sugar tried to make a move on the inside, got on the curbs and puts the car into the Wall of Champions, but somehow gets away with no damage.
Yeah, I don't think no damage to the car. He's lucky to get out there without any damage.
Yes.
But has lost a lot of positions, now down to P3.
That's now lap 3 out of 25. QBO has got to move on Too Good, as now we're on board Valiak, I believe, as the Jaguar Wells also got onto the curbs.
Yeah, if you get on the curves, you're going to lose a lot of speed going through the chicane as well onto the start-finish straight.
To make a move.
Oh, Valiak going up the rear of Johnson.
Yes.
No damage.
And lost himself a position as QBO is now trying to maybe make a move on Fredriksson.
The
Ferrari
top six are really close to each other, so anything could happen in this race. There could be change of leadership.
Lego is there, and Rikes
and that's Rikes out in P18 after a pit stop change front wing. That is...
Okay, no front wing. And Kubisak without a rear wing. What happened there? Okay.
Why having the... Was that Rikes entering the pit lane, slamming into him?
What the hell happened there?
I think that might be a warrant of a penalty there, because that is dangerous driving.
What happened to Voda? Oh, I can already see what happens. Yep, into the back of the long, loses the front wing.
A bit of a pile up in the hairpin there.
Yeah.
Car squabbling for position.
Yeah, it's now the short enough stage maybe tries to make a move for Molanders, because Sam into the hairpin goes to the inside. Gets the move done for now, but Sam is coming back at him into the
action out the corner, but it seems like the Jordan has
against VAR, and the Jaguar of Borgeland is there as well. QBO has got to move on Fredriksson. Some cars dived into the pits. That's Johnson.
I think he might have tapped his front wing. He lost his front wing on Too Good into the hairpin.
Yeah, and that's also QBO got the move done.
I think Too Good's going to be snapping onto Fredriksson's back in Select 1 complex as he's really up his arse.
Yes. As now we are going to the second of chicanes with the top 5, I think it is. Sorry, top 4. As Fredriksson maybe tries to get a move on the QB, but he's actually quite far back.
Yeah. But heading into the third chicane with the middle pack, sort of.
Yeah. Sam is trying to make a move on one of the Jaguars. As now one of the Jaguars.
Dive, but
oh!
Whoa! Lelong flying his way.
What happened there? What happened there? I'm surprised he kept going after that one. As he gets attacked by Ben Misery and sends him into a flip into the barriers, but then hits Misery and we have some echoing on the thingy. So Misery got hit by Turvik. Turvik was his front wing, I think. Yep.
Yeah, Ben lost his rear wing and possibly his front wing. A lot of people
goes into the barrier. Boagelan tried to hit Louis Sage out of the way. So we have quite a lot of investigations now. Boagelan, Turvik and Ben Misery all under investigation for the issues as Lalong tries to get back onto the track. As now correction, Ben Misery is not on the investigation, but other two are.
Diving into the pit lane, I think.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Renault Lalong.
Oh, Jack Wax skipping the world champions right there. I think that was Ben Misery entering the pit.
Fredriksson has lost the position to Too Good as well. So now FIA has announced that Matthew Turvik, our championship leader, has a 5-second time penalty for the incident. Boageland is still under investigation, but Matthew Turvik is has got the 5-second time penalty. Turvik is now behind Alex Duguid, who is stuck behind Cubia, going to the hairpin corner. Alex Duguid goes to the inside and gets the move done, and sends Cubia into a flip. And Frederick,
the lead has just been taking out there in the hairpin.
Yes. As Alex Too Good maybe dive to the inside, sends Cubio to a flip. There we go. Sends Cubio to a flip into the barrier. Cubio loses the front wing. I'm surprised he keeps going. Fredriksson obviously got the move on Cubio. On the straight might get a move on Alex Too Good as well. That might be a penalty for the Renault driver. Cubio, understandably, he's screaming on the radio, but at least it's okay.
P3.
Fredriksson tries to make a move on the Renault of Alex Duguid. He's on the inside. Can he make the move?
Cluster chicane.
Come on. Two Jaguars going side by side as well into the chicane, and also Formula Sam and Louis Satch has Turvik into the pits. Lelong is gonna be into the pits, and Cubio into the pits for damage. Reichs is long way back. Fredriksson has got the move done on Too Good, and Valyak is now third place. Going to the second chicane. Valyak maybe tries to pick up the pieces. Alex Too Good might pick up a penalty for the incident, and Fredriksson just has to pull away from these two. Into the third chicane we go. As we have FIA in confirmation that Alex Tugud for Renault has picked up a 5-second time penalty for the incident. Michal Valak tries to make a move.
Back there of Too Good.
Yes. As now into the final chicane we go. Valyak is closing up on the Renault. Can he pop a move into the chicane? He tries, he goes for it, cuts the chicane a bit, but didn't get the move done. As the two Jaguars are still going for it.
Saw someone hit the wall, champions in the background
And
there.
Louis Sage has no front wing. We are on board the Jordan driver now. Formula 4. It's blurred, I can't see anything. As Formula Sam goes for the move, didn't get it done. As the two Jaguars are battling, Too Good is getting overtaken by the McLaren of Michal Valiak. Got the move done. Alex Too Good knows he has a penalty, so he should know that any second counts, so yeah. Quackland is closing up a Wells. It's very good positions for the two Jaguars now. Sage is under pressure from Jack Wack and Formula Sam. As now Formula Sam on board with him, can he make the move on the Minardi of Jack Black going to the final hairpin? Not final hairpin, going to the hairpin. But Louis Sage is getting away from them.
He's gonna go for it.
No, my. He pumped the Minardi out of the way as the two Jaguars side by side yet again. On the main straight, Alex Too Good is falling a bit away from the McLaren. Sporgalo gets the move done on Wells. Jaguars really good positions at the moment. There's Jack Black and Formula Sam side by side going to the final chicane. And BAR got the move done. But Jack Black might have a say about it going to the turn 1. Not really. As Too Good is maybe trying to size up a move of Valiak. Fredriksson is getting away from these two. But Alex Too Good is now closer. Yellow flags.
You got yellow flags out. They're just like somebody's having to shoot.
Out of the race. He said engine failure. Jamie Fredriksson for Ferrari, our race leader, or at least used to be the race leader, is out of the race due to engine failure. So the fight Valiak and Too Good are having is now for the win, and it's one of the Jaguars on the podium now. Reichs for the second Ferrari is only down in 14th. That's one of his stats. And the championship leader, Matthew Turvik, is out of the race. And that seems to also be engine failure. So the race leader and championship leader are out of the race on the same lap. This is great news for the McLaren Michal Valiak, but Alex Too Good has made a move on the McLaren. But remember, this battle is now for the race lead. Jaguars are going side by side for the final place on the podium. Wells isn't too happy about his teammate as he actually hit the wall of champions. Now Louis Sage is going to the battle as well, and the car in the background also hit the wall of champions.
I think taking the inside line through the chicane isn't the best line because the exit is not going to be giving you. I think it's taking the outside line and getting the inside and exit of the chicane.
Is that Louis Sage? No, it's not. There's some smoke at the back of the check. There's smoke in one of the two cars. It's either Sage.
I think it's Sage.
It seems to be Sage.
No, it isn't. Well, I don't even know.
No, it's Wells.
Wells.
Wells is out of the race. As now Valiak is dropping back from the race leader. That's unfortunate for Wells, who was going for podium position. Jack Black behind Formula Sam. Oh!
Formula Sam's out there. What is happening today with engines?
Engines are going left, right and centre. Nah, don't do that. Yeah, Jack Crack was pressurizing Formula Sam, and Formula Sam's engine goes poof. As Louis Sage is now trying to steal Quaglan's podium position. in the slipstream. Can he pop a move to the inside of the chicane? He goes for it.
I think it's not a good line to go through the inside. I think it's better on the
yeah.
It's better outside. You have the better line.
The rest near Lalong are battling. A QB is showing a battle. Reichs with all the DNFs is up to 12. But there are more yellow flags. What's going on here then? Lalong goes for the move. Doesn't get the move done, and Reichs is joining the battle as well. Cars are dropping like flies today, as Reichs is now behind Cubio, who's behind Seredny, who's behind Lalong. What happened here?
Oh no!
Both Ferraris out of the race.
This is a catastrophe. Two main title contenders are out of the race.
Third one is at the lead of the race. I mean, if you want to. Okay, what is going on? This is
we have issues in of champions. I think that's Lilong. Is out of the race. And a Toyota of Lego fan.
This is something else.
Yeah,
as the FIA is considering restarting the race. FIA is considering to restart the race with 17 laps to go for the teams to sort out the engine problems. Oh, what is going on with this race? Okay.
Listen, so that means we're gonna do actual quali. Because we lost 10 minutes, right? So I'm gonna do actual quali. And we're gonna do 17 laps of race. So yeah. I'm just gonna sim the quali and my driver will start last. That means it will be actually better. And yes, I'm restarting because I'm sorry. Look at this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the reason we had so many retirements, right? I'm just.
Can you like maybe put the?
Yeah, I'm putting it off. I'm putting it off.
That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's getting too sexy.
Okay, so I'm gonna sim the quali and I'm gonna have 18.
Okay,
18. My calculations is 18.
Can't you just do custom grid or something?
No, don't do that.
No, custom, no. Qualifying, yes. Alright. We can
What
go.
the fuck was that race?
Yeah, we're restarting.
Yeah, I know more that it's a bit fucked up, to be honest.
I was watching the live stream listening to you because it has better quality.
Yes,
yeah.
But
Sarashna, can you maybe mute the commentary box for now?
yeah, I'm gonna mute it in a few seconds after we load. Yeah, I'm muting it.
Right, and we are back with the action. We're now in qualifying. As yeah, it's 10 minutes of qualifying probably. Oh, he finished it. Okay, so we have Reichs for Ferrari on pole position as my camera just went poof. Yes, okay, so Reichs for Ferrari is now on pole position. I think it was Cubio for McLaren in second. And Dimitri Rado third, Matthew Tulik fourth, and Michal Valak fifth. as we are going to the race now. 18 laps ahead of us.
Data acquisition is on.
Right, sorry for the corner that happened before, but now hopefully a better race. As the light's about to come on.
We're
1,
back with
2,
it.
3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix restart. Both of the front row drivers got a good start. Get Rakes hold it to the turn 1. Yes he can, but QB is coming back at him in turn 2. Rakes just about keeps ahead. As the two Williamses are battling each other. There's contact between the two Williams drivers. Radev is now ahead of Turvik. They're both championship rivals, remember. Into second chicane we go. Right ahead of QB, ahead of Radev, ahead of Turvik. Valjak and Tugud are battling it out. As into the third chicane we go. QB maybe tries to pop a move on the Ferrari of Rikes. Rikes has to go a bit defensive. Heading to the hairpin. QBO goes for a move. As my camera is going poof, there's damage. There's rear wings gone. QBO. As Boaglan has no front wing anymore. Oh. That's what happened. Oh. Okay. As there's already some damage at the end of lap 1, QBO has got a move done on Rikes. Rikes will tries to come back at him, QBO on the inside, Rikes on the outside. Turvik tries to go back as well. Fredriksson lost the back end going to the Wall of Champions. On lap 2 we don't go yet. The Williamses are battling it out as well. Turvik ahead of Radev now. And Radev hit the back of the Ferrari of Rikes, and it's that Valjak losing something of his car as well. Valjak has lost his front wing in all of this. On lap 2 we go. Rikes is still leading. QBO is second and Turvik is third. Radev is fourth. And there's someone went wide in there. What happened there? We have confidence. Yeah, as Valjak has to pit this lap due to damage. Wells is trying to get the move done. Curtis with a holy dive bomb. And same with the minority of Jackpack going around the outside. Oh, okay. That's not nice. As now Radev, did I see Radev having to pit as well? As Radev has to pit as well, he has no front wing. QBO is again trying to make a move on Rikes. Again in the inside. And Rikes defending to the outside. As we learned from the previous stake of the race, the inside line isn't the best, but QB has got the move fully done now. As Turvik maybe tries to have a look at the Ferrari. Rikes to the inside, QB on the outside. Rikes doesn't lose the mental too much, too good. Has lost position to Fredriksson. On the lap 3 we go. QB leading the race, Rikes second, Turvik third. Two championship contenders are in top 3. Valjak and Radev have are in the pits now. Do you think? Into second chicane we go now. Left and right. Rikes is not too close on the back of QBO, and Turvik is a bit dropping back. Too good is maybe trying to make a move on Fredriksson as we go to the third chicane. Can he make him pop a move? He hits Fredriksson wide and then gets the move done. So we look at to the back now. Misery has lost his front wing, and Radev has lost his front wing again. Valjak has lost both of his wings. As Rikes is now in the lead of the race, but QBO is maybe having a word about that. Going to the final chicane. No? Okay. Turvik has fallen back a bit. Tugud has made a move on Fredriksson. Johnson is in 6th. Jacklock and Curtis are battling it out. Wells has got to move down on Woda, and Ben Misery limps his way into the pits. Seresnia is yes. Radev might go into the pits now. Yes. QBO has lost touch with the Ferrari a bit, as my camera is glitching out again. Ferrickson is maybe trying to make a move on Alex Duguid going to the hairpin. But there's a game between that. As we are on lap 4 out of 18, Jacob maybe tries to make a move on Aaron Curtis into the chicane. He thinks about it, but then doesn't go for it. He's not in the way shot. As now going to the final chicane, Curtis behind Jack Mack. As he goes to the inside, but doesn't get to move down. Both into the Wall of Champions, but doesn't get any damage with the lap 5 pick for now. Wells is maybe trying to get the final points position off Curtis, but Curtis is trying to get the move down on Jack Mack in the Minardi. Both Jaguars and Minardi's are going quite well at the moment. As Louis said, see if they can do anything with Thompson. Not quite sure what he means by that. Maybe team orders to slow them down or something. Not quite sure. As we are focusing to this battle into the third chicane we go. So now Curtis pops a move in the inside of Jackwack against the move down on the Minardi. But the Minardi maybe tries to come back. Nope, tucks back into the slipstream. Maybe tries to dive bomb into the final chicane. He has to be careful with it though. He goes for it over the curves, but doesn't get the move done. And that means now Wells is getting a chance now, as QBO is still holding up the others as Rikes can pull away. As now Wells is behind Jackback, who's behind Curtis. As Wells is now complaining about being in the Minardi sandwich, but well, he has to get out of it himself. Because yeah, maybe with a daring move to happen or final chicane. Into the third chicane we go. Jackback maybe tries to pop a move into the inside of the Toyota. Maybe not into the chicane, but to the hairpin. We've seen crazy moves into there before. Into the hairpin, doesn't go for it, as actually Wells, I think, got hit at the back by Voda in the hairpin because he had some he had to correct the car very heavily, as now Voda is gaining on the car. As yep, Voda is having to defend, Wells is having to defend from the Minardi, as Fredrickson is now trying to make a move on Duguid. Because Tuga is holding the Ferrari driver up. Goes to the first chicane. Talks to the chicane, to the bend. As now Rikes has issues. No, he has Radley ahead of him, who's maybe holding him up. As now, this is a huge strain for top 3, and maybe Radov, who's about to get lapped, making his teammate a favor as Tuvik pops a move to the inside of QBO. The McLaren and Williams going side by side. I can see a dive bomb into the hairpin coming. Nope. Nope. It's Ferrickson making a dive bomb now. And that's top 5 in inside, I'd say, 1.5 seconds. Tuvik has got a move on QBO. And Radov is really making a good, he's really doing a good job holding the leader up as Tuvik goes to the inside of final chicane. Lose momentum. And QBO has now got to move down on the Williams, and Wright is struggling to get past the Williams of Radov. He's doing a good job for Tuvik. And now Wright is still holding this train up. Don't know what, maybe does he have any damage or no? So now Radov is pulled away. QBO tries to make a move on Wright. Gets the move done for now. Lap 8 out of 18. Going to the third chicane we go. Can any of these make a move into the final hairpin? Rikes has lost a lot of speed now. Into the hairpin goes the William. Nope, the McLaren of Valyak actually tries to make a move on Too Good. That's a holy dive bomb. There it got past Rikes. I don't think that Ferrari is any good. As Valyak is actually trying to unlap himself from all the pack. As Cubio's getting away now, Valyak got past the pass. We go on to lap 9, Cubio is leading, Turvik second. The two Ferraris third and fourth. As Valyak is trying to unlap himself from the... As we have both of the Ferraris complaining about the McLaren of Valyak being ahead of them. Trying to unlap themselves, as now Turvik has catched up the McLaren of Cubio. Going to the... Yeah. As now we're just having a look what's going on at the back of the field. Ben Misery lost his front wing again. There's now Turvik right behind Cubio. Can the championship leader make a move to the hairpin? Sorry, chicane. He pulls out of the chicane. Goes over the curbs. Did he get the move done? Yes, he did. As Valyak is still ahead of the two Ferraris, but he can't catch up to that leading pack. Cubio tries to make a move on Turvik. Around the outside of turn 2, got the move beautifully done.
Alright.
As now, where's Fredrickson gone? Fredrickson has disappeared. As now, Valyak is the one trying to unlap himself. The leading McLaren's in the lead of the race. Valyak trying to unlap himself from Turvik. Valyak is really pain in the ass for the leaders at the moment, because for him the leaders are not quick enough. Turvik tries to make a move on Cubio as there's contact. Reich is trying to lap Valyak again. But yeah, Fredrickson has lost a bit of...
Got it done back straight, yeah.
Yeah, but Lucas, Valyak is lapped. Reich pulls out of the slipstream, but Cubio makes a move of himself.
Cubio very wide.
Rear-ended, that's the Ferrari of Reichs into second place now. The two McLaren side by side, but one of them is lapped. Reich is now trying to he's got the speed back he had, trying to abuse Turvik for the race lead. As we have a replay now. There was some contact going to the hairpin, I saw that. Turvik tried to make a move. Then Valyak, who got a bit of a love tap by Reichs, tapped his teammate, and that's how the whole train behaved into the hairpin. As Turvik is... Why we're focusing on Turvik is that the FIA is looking into something now. I don't think that's too much, because it was just racing. Yeah, as we now focus on, Reichs is now right behind the Williams of Turvik, his championship rival. If he could get past the Williams, it would mean all to him in the Drivers' Championship. Into the second chicane we go, left and right. Reichs hits the back of Turvik a little bit, nothing too bad. Going to the third chicane now. Reichs is closing on Turvik. Pops a move maybe to the inside. He can ride a bit.
His way around the outside of the third chicane. It looks like he's got it.
But into the hairpin we go. He tries to get onto the racing line, but Turvik is still there. Switchback by Turvik.
But Reyes just thinks got the legs on the back straight bike. Is still making moves on him.
Yes, there's now on board to Renault we are. I think it's too good. Going to the inside of Fredrickson, also getting lapping Valyak and overtaking Cubio. But Cubio is coming back at him. Reichs with a bit better traction is pulling away, not pulling away, because Turvik is coming back at him into the final chicane. Can maybe Turvik pop a dive bomb?
He's taking inside line, but can he get the move done? No, he loses a position.
Too good. Is now into second place. And Turvik is now in threat of losing the podium. because QBO is maybe trying to make a move on him, and Fredriksson is there as well. Valjak now.
Fredriksson very
unlocks
wide.
himself.
I think.
Oh, what happened there?
Looks like he has fun.
As on board the second Ferrari and Fredriksson, he does have front wing damage.
And who's got? Is it QBO with damage?
And
as well?
QBO with rear wing damage. As QBO is not happy with Fredriksson's actions, but I don't think it was Fredriksson's. Okay, never mind, it was Fredriksson's fault. As now Jamie Fredriksson is now under investigation for the contact, as now Rijks is trying to pull away from the Renault of Alex Duguid. If Rijks could hold up Alex and also keep, when Alex could keep Turvik behind, it would be great for Rijks in the championship.
He wouldn't take the championship lead, but I think he'll nearly be level on points, or 1 point gap.
As the two minorities are now battling it out. And the FIA confirms that Jamie Fredriksson picked up a 5-second time penalty for the incident into turn 1 with McLaren of QBO. The Jaguar of, can't see his name really, trying to go to the inside of Curtis. It's Wells. Going to the back straight. Tries to make a move on Curtis maybe.
Go.
Yes, as QBO said, karma for Fredriksson on the team radio. I think he got notified by the penalty as well. Tries to make a move on Curtis. Yellow flags are out. Is that Ben Misery out of the race?
I think that's Ben Misery. Ben Misery, major crash. What happened?
Oh!
Oh, whoa! Having issues with Radev. I think that is.
Radev dived to the inside of Ben Misery, and Ben Misery got sent straight to the barrier.
Jesus.
I hope Ben Misery is okay.
That's a hefty one as well.
Yes. And of course... And Radev's front wing is still intact.
But look at the damage on the right-hand side of the car of the front.
Oh my god. This is heavy contact. Radev must pick up a penalty after this. Oh my god. This is crazy. Ben Misery upside down.
He picks up damage on his front.
Hashtag Halo needed, I would say. Oh, I'm surprised Radev is still okay. That is inches away from his head. And this
My
is
God.
why. This is why we need Halo. Gee. This is heavy contact. I hope Ben Misery is okay. As FIA has now said that Morjad or Dmitry Radev has picked up a 10-second time penalty for this incident. Rijks is getting overtaken, or has been overtaken by Alex Duguid because the guy is too good.
But he's coming back into the third chicane, could be making a move up into the hairpin shortly.
As Turvik has dropped off the pace a bit, Valjak is ahead of Turvik, but he's lapped. Rijks maybe to the inside of the hairpin, doesn't get the move done. There's a car in front of them that's lapped. That's Radev. And he has no damage, like he has no front wing damage. Oh, no he has. Rijks pulls. As we have no contact to Ben Misery yet. I hope he's okay, the marshals are coming to him. Rijks tried to move to the inside of Alex Duguid but lost the momentum, and now he's getting abused by the lap Michal Valjak. But Rijks should get the speed back to recompose himself and go attack the Renault. At the moment, Renault is winning the race. As now we're looking back at the cameras. As Radev has no front wing and has to maybe pit this lap. He's ahead of the leading pack. as he holds up Alex Duguid, but Alex Duguid got away from him. Can Rikes get past the Williams as well? He doesn't go for the move, and what is this?
What has happened to him?
As now Dmitry Radov, with his 10-second time penalty, is also under investigation for illegal blocking. Is Williams wants a disqualification when he keeps on with this. Radov is not pitting as well, now he is. That guy is a madman, as now Rikes has Valyak ahead of him, who's lapped as well. But I don't think blue flags exist in here. Not blue. Yes, blue flags, of course. Yep, Rikes is yelling on the team radio, blue flags, come on, this is ridiculous. Resnia is now about to get lapped. Alex Duguid goes to the inside.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I think we need to get a replay of that instantly.
Alex Duguid goes to the inside. I think it was Miha Valyak and Mr. Resnia flying. Yep, it was. Duguid got past. Valyak tried to get past as well, but gets flying himself, bumps into Seresnia, and sends the Sauber flying. What's going on with this race? What's going on? There we go. As Rikes is now getting overtaken by Turvik, Seresnia unhappy with Valyak. Rikes trying to maybe make a move on Turvik, hits him a bit wide, gets the move done. But Turvik is having none of it. The two championship rivals going wheel to wheel. Third championship rival is lapped just ahead of him, as Rikes tries to unlap Michal Valyak. Going to the chicane, doesn't get it done though. What is Valyak doing? So what happened to Turvik? Did he hit the back of Valyak? Nope, he just lost the car bit. As Rikes again yelling on the team radio, come on, get this McLaren out of the way. As he's still ahead of the Ferrari. As Lewis H is now getting told mode free. I mean, Lewis H told that. That's some engine modes going to play with the Chorlton team, as I think it was Chakwa getting the move done from Seresnia. As now Seresnia is now in a Minardi sandwich. We had one driver complaining about being a Minardi sandwich before, and we have one again. John Boda goes to the inside of Seresnia, and that was easy move done. As now looking at the cameras. Duguid leading the race. Valyak is still lapped behind, trying to unlap himself from the Renault. Rikes is second and Turvik just behind. We are actually nearing. Now Valyak getting past Duguid. I hope we don't see him more in the race. We are going to lap 16 out of 18. As Matthew Turvik is telling about Valyak maybe sabotaging him and Rikes. That might be possible, but now Alex Duguid has the McLaren gone in front of him, and that means Rikes and Turvik are closing to the back of the Renault driver. Can Alex Duguid hold on to the win? Or are the Williams and Ferrari having different plans? Well, not in the next episode. No, I'm joking. So now we're looking at the back of the cameras. We have the leading three. Alex Duguid, not gonna lie, pulling a bit away. But there's equal gaps in top three at the moment. Alex Duguid is pulling a bit away. Rikes is a bit pulling away from Turvik. But this is just, I think next lap is the final lap.
Yeah, I think we're approaching the end of the race shortly. I can't really see the proper graphics at the bottom.
Yeah, next
we're
lap will be
approaching the end of the race shortly.
Yeah, next lap is the final lap. Just gonna get on board the leaders now. Alex Duguid going to the final lap of the race.
Yeah,
one
final
to go. Get the Ferrari, Williams, set. As now Wells is getting told to save the engine with mode 0, but all we care about now is the battle for the lead. Can Alex Sugut hold on to that lead of the race?
He's gaining through the second chicane there, especially turn 1 and 2 gained a bit as well.
Right, for Rijks, it's crucial to get the lead. For Turvik, it's damage limitation either way. Rijks is getting a bit closer to him through the third chicane, but now Alex Sugut with a bit better traction pulls away.
Into the hairpin, yeah.
Rijks is closing, and I can see a dive bomb.
He's gaining.
And he doesn't go for that thing. As we are back straight now, I think Rijks' final chance is to close up on this straight. What he's doing now, can he pop a move? The final chicane.
I don't think he's able to, but he's gonna look for it.
For the dive bomb. He hits the world champions. Now Turvik got away from him. Alex Sugut is winning the race.
Could that be a penalty dish right there? I'm just joking.
As replay on board, Turvik, right move. And yeah.
This was the thing lagging, so I can't
As now
good
there was contact between the two drivers.
Too good cutting into Rijks' line, forcing him into the wall. Could that be a penalty issued?
As Turvik hits the back of Rijks as well and gets past the Ferrari driver. So now, who exactly? As there's investigation launched. As now there's investigations after the race involving both incidents. Alex Sugut and Rijks and Turvik and Rijks. Alex Sugut wins the race as Turvik finishes second and Rijks third, but there's investigations going to the back of the race. Toyota makes a move, and Wells doesn't get its stick. That's a beautiful finishing position for the Jaguar. Yeah. What a race this one was. Both McLarens having issues. Radov getting sent, Radov sending misery to a flip. Of course, Radov has a 10-second time penalty. Radov has 5-second time penalty.
Yeah, Radov is gonna lose a lot of points in the championship, but with the top 3, Too Good could possibly pick up a tie penalty, which would promote Turvik to P1.
Well, Turvik might get a penalty as well, but we're not quite sure.
As Too Good's contact was cutting into Rijks' line and forcing them into the wall, which I'm thinking would be a penalty in my opinion. As well, Turvik coming out the last corner.
Penalty. This is it for the race now. There's still investigations going on with Turvik and Too Good, both with incidents with Rijks. This is it from us. Have a nice day. Goodbye.